Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? It's me. Listen, I am super excited about this one, and I know, it's not exactly Friday, but guess what? It's fun day. So today, today's fun fact is something that I've grown a true appreciation for. I think it's one of the cool ways that God speaks to me. And today we're going to talk about space. Space. Sorry, that was extra. That was a little extra. Now, before I even talk about anything any further, I want to preface this with I guess a little bit of knowledge. First off, space is just so vast that we actually only call the part that we know the known universe. And what's even cooler is that no longer in space does normal measurements count, like miles and feet, but we measure things by a new metric called a light year. A light year is basically the distance that light travels in a year, and light travels at 186,000 miles a second. That is crazy. It travels at 186 miles a second. And just to even think about, like, when God first spoke and he said, "Let there be light," how fast like light was traveling out of his mouth as he spoke the earth into existence. And so how fast that is, 186,000 miles per second is, I think it's like light traveling around the earth 7 times every second. What is that fast? So, all right, so light year, basically light travels at 186,000 miles a second. All right, and so in a whole year, light will travel, I think it's like 5.8 trillion miles in 1 year. So that is the ruler measuring stick. 1 light year is 5.8 trillion miles. Okay, now that is phenomenal. So light in 1 year travels 5.8 trillion miles. I mean, that is crazy. So that's how we measure things in the light in space. But listen, man, I mean, honestly, I'm just really hyped. And the reason why I'm hyped is because, again, a way that God speaks to me is kind of just bringing me to different points or different facts about space, and it just really captures the vastness of who He is. As some may already know, I mean, there's not just our galaxy. You know, we just live in one little galaxy amongst many, and they're just like, there's stars, there's billions of stars, and it's like, it's absolutely crazy. And I just really like to think about it in like our own galaxy. What's really cool is, like, one day I drive Uber, you know what I'm saying, and I think it's amazing because, like, science, I don't think science is absent of God, or God is absent of science. I think the coolest song, I guess, So Wise says it best, you know, like, all of nature and science follows the sound of his voice. Because when he first spoke, science began. When God first spoke, creatures came to life. We came to life, you know, and it's absolutely crazy. I say all that because one day I picked up a physicist. He actually, like, is a professional physicist, researches dark matter. And he was just explaining to me what dark matter is. Dark matter is the difference between our universe expanding at a rate where gravity could hold it together and then what's actually holding it together. And so essentially, the universe is expanding at a rate that should completely shred us to pieces, yet it doesn't. And for those, that believe, like, we all know that everything was made through Christ in love, to him and for him. And I think it's amazing that that even in the universe, you can see how God is holding everything together in love. And so that's super cool. But I'm almost jumping ahead. But so the universe is expanding at a rate that should shred us to pieces. And I think it's cool because it's like we are constantly noticing that the universe is expanding, or at least that's how we can keep up with it. We think it's expanding, but God probably has it just continuing to grow and just continue to place stars and different like nebulas and other things and galaxies. And it's like we just continue to discover more. And it's like he's up there in heaven just watch, like cheering us on. I don't think he's like, don't do that. No, he's cheering us on, like hoping for us to find more so that we can see his glory. It's super cool because like if you really just like allow science to be what it is, with the understanding that God has created everything for us to show off his glory, his splendor. Like, yeah, it seems big, it seems crazy to even think that we're the only people here, but I mean, we could look at the Bible. In Psalms 19, it says, the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. So, let me slow down a little bit, because I did get really excited just now, and I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you. But God is huge. That has spoken so much to me. Just talking about how the heavens, the space in all its vast glory and how huge it is, yet he can hold it all in the palm of his hand. Like the universe is expanding at a rate that should shred us to pieces, yet there's this thing called dark matter, or as we know, love. And I think it's amazing, like he's holding all this in the palm of his hand, in the expanse of his hand, he holds it all there. And yet he's looking in this little tiny place called Earth. And he's like, I'm making a safe place for me, for you, so that they can enjoy my love, so that they can enjoy my glory, so that they can see how much I care for them. Because in the thousands, maybe millions of light years that's out there, there's a place called Earth where Jesus Christ, is God in flesh, came down to this planet. Out of all the planets, out of all the galaxies, he came to Earth for you, for me, because we were that important, so that we can enjoy a life partnered with God in perfect partnership, because he absolutely adores us. He adores us. He's paid the ultimate price so we can enjoy him to the fullest. To know that he is God. He is creator. He is mighty. He is vast. He can do all things. That he's personal. And he desires to live inside you. And I think it's just so amazing to have all of this splendor that he lays out before us, rooting us on to discover more, to go further, to keep going, to keep seeing, all so he can point back to Earth, to the day that Christ gave his life and hung on the cross, because we were that important. So it's like we continue to search for more, continue to look for more, continue to try to figure out where's the more, but the more is inside us. That Jesus now lives inside of us, his spirit inside of us, and we can walk this earth, and science follows the sound of God's voice. And so that same voice that he has, he's given us. And so not only that, but science now follows the sound of our voice. And that is just something that is probably really way out there, but I'm telling you, this is faith to the fullest, to walk in faith, to know that God is vast, like he holds the universe in his hands, yet at the same time, He's personal. He takes care of us. He's gentle. He's majestic. He's mighty. He's holy. And he calls you the same things. So that is today's fun fact. All in all, that, you know, even researchers that get paid to research, they say there's a thing called dark matter that's holding the universe together. And we know that it's God's love holding the whole universe together to put it on display so that we can see his splendor, see how vast he is. So in those times where you feel small, in those times where you feel like you're not strong enough, in those times where you feel like you're failing, you're dropping the ball, your grades are going down, your business is going down, your career is going down, family's going down, to know that God is who he is. He says, I am who I am. I will be what I will be, because he is faithful. Like in the grand scheme of all this, and all the heavens, all the universe, that this universe expansion is happening, but at the same time, he's personal with you. And he's faithful to protect you, to keep you close, to never forsake you, that he will never forget about you. He like the mistakes you made, he separated you as far as the east is from the west. Like, you are not those mistakes. And I think it's absolutely beautiful because he loves you. Not because he wants something from you. No, it's because he loves you. And so today's fun fact, back to that. I know I was kind of rambling. I got excited. That's just don't mind me. But today's fun fact is that, you know, in the grand scheme of the whole universe, as fast as it expands, as vast as it is, that God holds it all in the palm of his hand, and he puts it on display for you, just to show you how glorious he is, how vast he is, that the problems you have are no match for him. The issues you have are no match for him, and he's faithful to carry you through. And not only carry you through, but to bless you abundantly. To bless you abundantly. And not just for you, but so that you can be on display and others can see how amazing he is. He's a God of opportunity, and he takes advantage of every opportunity to show the world that they are loved and that they are sons and daughters of God. Guys, that is today's fun fact. God bless you, and just know you're amazing.
God of your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty your voice. For once you have spoken, all nature and science follow the sound of your voice. When as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath.